Hi, my name is A Coleman, and I want to talk to you today about finding the perfect rental home. Whether you're new to renting or rethinking your current living situation, the process of searching for a rental home can be time-consuming. Roughly 1/3 of Americans rent, and while many of them are in early adulthood, many are also families, empty nesters, or seniors. Fortunately, there are rentals for every household type and every budget. Follow these 5 steps to find a rental home that's right to fit your budget and your lifestyle. Step 1. Determine what you can pay. Draw up a budget and take a hard look at your money. Before hitting the market for a new rental, run the numbers in your area to get a feel for the price range. It's recommended that most people spend no more than 30% of their income on housing costs. Does that seem doable to you? Before you answer that, think about factoring in debt, commuting to work, grocery costs, savings, and expenditures. Regardless of how you feel about the 30% recommendation, many landlords specify income limits. Keep in mind that in addition to rent, you'll also need a budget for utilities, unless your landlord covers those. Consider things like cable and internet and other extras such as parking fees, storage fees, and coin-operated laundry facilities. All that is in addition to your fees for moving and furnishing your home. Step 2. Brainstorm the features you're seeking. Beyond a basic bedroom and bathroom count, ask yourself what other features would be nice to have versus essentials. Do you want access to a backyard, a fireplace, full bathroom versus just a shower in your bathroom? Will you be setting up a home office? Would you be willing to live on the ground floor or willing to use stairs? And garage versus street parking. And consider your compromises. Would you give up some space and a yard in the suburbs in exchange for a small place that had a park across the street from your children? Would you live with a roommate in order to live in a pricey but trendy neighborhood? Step 3. Map your day. Cross-reference your prospective location and schedule. Take a look at where you spend your time. Then check out what's available in those locations. Ask yourself questions like these. What is your schedule like? What neighborhoods do you travel to and from daily? Do you drive, bike, or use public transit? What would you like to do on the weekends? Do you want to live near those places and activities, or is it okay to live elsewhere and just travel? If you're late for work or you rise early, are the grocery stores and drugstores open during hours you need to shop? Once you settle on a possible location, hang out there for a while and see if it works for you. Spend some time with the neighbors in the neighborhood that you're considering as part of your search. Do you like the vibe of the people there, the mix of friends in the area, the school choices for your kids? Is the commute doable for the hours that you'll be making it? If you work from home, are there services convenient for you, like coffee shops and co-working spaces? Consider how near you are to the public transportation, not just for you, but for friends who rely on public transportation to come see you. Also, schools for your children and services particular to you, including church, medical offices, and fitness centers. Research the crime rate in your neighborhood. Regardless of whether you choose a downtown or suburban place to live, get a read on where and what types of crime are happening in that area. Education. Choose a rental in a specific school district that is important to you, and you may want to evaluate the schools for the potential neighborhood. Step 4. Choose your rental type. This step will depend on how long of a lease term that you're wanting and how big of a place you need for your family. Depending on the market and what your needs are, you may want a short-term rental, which is about 6 months or less. And to do that, a lot of times you can sublet, which means taking over someone else's lease or renting directly from an owner or corporate housing, which is more expensive but convenient for someone new to the area. For long-term rentals, typically 12 months or more, you'll find a wide variety of options on listing portals. Let's talk about pros and cons of each of the rental types. Apartments in a high-rise apartment building. Some of the pros of those is you live among a lot of neighbors. Maintenance is typically through a professional management company, and the building will be centrally located in a walkable urban area. The cons are your unit may be smaller than your options in the suburbs, townhouses and single-family homes. It may be too small for a family. You will likely pay extra for parking in that building or nearby parking lot. Management companies may be less flexible about credit scores and less negotiation than private landlords. Townhouses. The pros of a townhouse will be that it's more private. There's usually only a unit on either side of you, and the home's layout may be on 2 or more floors. So this works well with larger families because square footage wise, you have upstairs and downstairs and more privacy in your home. You may also have a patio or a yard. The cons of a townhouse will be that you may be trading space for location, as some townhouses are in more suburban areas and utilities may run slightly higher. Accessory units in a single family home, some of the pros of those are these units are relatively private, they're situated in a cozy neighborhood, renters may feel safer, laundry is often nearby, and yard access is often included. The cons of these are these units may be smaller than the average apartment, and if utilities are aren't separately metered, it would be hard to sort out bills with the other renters. Single family homes. The pros of those are that they are used for larger households with children, noisy habits, or pets that can benefit from a yard. A single family home may make more sense for other rental options. You get a higher bedroom count and bathroom count, as well as privacy. The cons of that would be a single family home can cost more to rent than it may, and they may also carry expensive utility bills, especially if they're older or non-energy efficient. It may also take longer to get maintenance concerns addressed. Step 5. Tackle the application and approval process. You've determined the budget, narrowed down the neighborhood, and found a place you want to call home. Your work's almost over, but now it's time for the landlord to determine if you qualify to rent the property. Here are some of the things to expect during the approval process. The background check, which usually ranges between $25 to $45 and can take up to a week to get back. Also, signing the lease and assuming the background is acceptable to your landlord, you will then negotiate the lease for a particular property. Payment of deposit. Typically, when you move into a home, you provide the landlord with a security deposit equivalent to 1 month of rent as well as the first month of rent. The security deposit will be returned to you at your move out. Keep in mind, if you damage the home beyond normal wear and tear, the landlord may retain part or all of the deposit. The main thing is to find a place that works for your family where everyone is comfortable and happy. There are a variety of different styles and prices of homes. Pick wisely because it's where your family will make many memories over the next several years.